Hey everyone, welcome to Elisa Marie Designs. I'm Elisa Marie. Welcome back. If you are back, welcome. If you are new, I feel like I have been on making videos non-stop pop-up lives, and we are this close to the Witch event, getting ready to kick off on Monday, and Rich and Ren and Tammy and Kristen are also excited. But first I want to give them a very big, huge virtual hug because I have been going cuckoo with Foofi over the past 2 days. He has not been doing well, and I'll tell you all about it. I made a video and I just can't seem to bring myself to post it because he went to the groomer and he had a very bad experience, and it's very heartbreaking when you see your pet so scared and frightened. And then the next time we had to take him to the vet, and again it was another trip inside the crate, and very scared and very frightened. And we had plans to meet my cousins tonight, and then we're getting ready to leave, and we thought that he got out of the house. We're searching the neighborhood. Our mailman is helping us search the neighborhood. He was hiding in our home, and so like when animals hide, it's not really a good sign. But he seems to be okay now, and so I was like, I need to diamond paint. I need to do I need to do something for mommy, because mommy's freaking out. So I decided that what I was going to start is another Diamond Art Emporium canvas that I've had for a while. This is called People. People. It doesn't have a name. And she was gifted to me from a subscriber, and I have been waiting to start this, and today's the day. Today's the day, and I'm going to start this, and it's going to be a self-care Sunday kind of a talk. And I wanted to use, because I did before I left earlier today, John and I did a walk around Rittenhouse Square. We just went out to go get some air, and then we came back to the cat that we thought, did he run out the front door? Like, where is he? We couldn't find him. He was actually hiding in my closet, and I had gone in and out of the closet multiple times and could not find him. So I'm going to use one of our event tapes. I think I'm going to use this one. Now, I did do the washi tape on my Witch canvas. And let me tell you something, this washi tape is prettier when it's opened and actually on the canvas. You'll see when I open it up and put it down. It's so pretty. It didn't do it any justice in this plastic whatsoever. It's almost like holographic. Am I going to use the vases? Is that the one that I chose? Is that the one that I want? I used the haunted house. It looked very, very cute. Oh, the roses are cute too. Which one do I want? Because there's a pretty thick line there. Oh, I don't know. See, I can't have, I think I want to use the thinner tape because, oh, and there's the sparkly one. Oh, there's this one too. They're so pretty. Which one do I want to use? This looks like falling stars. She's so pretty. She has butterflies in her hair, and she's a little butterfly girl. I think I'm going to use the roses. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the roses. So you'll see it. I'm going to see the second one opened. Oh my gosh, I look so worn out. It's actually Saturday night, and I'm like, my husband is downstairs, and usually on a Saturday night what we do is we watch different videos. We play Pass the Remote, and he picks a video, and then I pick a video, and we were in the car on the way home because we had to meet my cousins. We had a dinner date, and I was like, we're going to end up canceling because we don't know where this cat is. But on the ride home, Helen Reddy was on singing I Am Woman. I'm sorry if you're too young. And what else came on after that? Fox on the Run. So usually on a Saturday night, what we do, we play this game called Pass the Remote, and he will show me or make me listen to videos of what he's been listening to, and I'll do the same thing, and back and forth we go with the remote. And sometimes a lot of times I've introduced him, he knows everything there is to know about music. It's unbelievable. But I'm able to introduce him to some new talent. So wait till you see how pretty this is. And I just really wanted to do a Diamond Art Emporium canvas because I love the drills. I love the drills. I love how, you know, really how nice they are. And I really don't have to, I just love the pickup on them. I like the way they go down. And I love this washi tape. I used it to outline. Of course, I just got done telling you which. And it was so nice. And you guys know I am not a washi tape person. But it was so pretty. I want to get it closer to the line. Let's get closer to the line. And there we go. And I'm like, I think I need self-care Sunday now. I don't think I could wait until the morning. Oh, Mark, what are you going to be telling me today? So when we picked him up from the vet, he was so... He doesn't like getting in his crate. We bought him a bigger one so he didn't associate the old crate with being, you know, left by his old family. Okay, let's just knock this over. And I'm just trying to use it too. There you go. And he, you know, he didn't have a bad experience at the vet. You know, the first time that he went, oh, here's the haunted house. You could see it a little bit better. Can you? Can you see? You'll have to wait until you see it on the, it's a little holographic. He didn't have a bad experience with being at the vet, being at the groomer. But this time, I don't know, the girl was like very, she wasn't mean, because I would have never stood for it. I would have been like, yo, I'm right here, you know, stop manhandling my cat. But she was stern with him. You know, she's got a job to do. You know, he is gentle and he is overwhelming at the same time. Foofi's 20 pounds, you know. I mean, you're not dealing with a kitten here. So, and you know, he has his claws. He's not declawed. Tear that off. So, you know, but she was stern, but she was nice. I didn't think that she was mean to him, but I think it's just, he's so much like me. I don't like loud sounds. I don't like a lot of confusion. I don't like crowds. And it was pretty crowded that day in PetSmart. And it was pretty loud because when she went to open the door to bring him in the back, the dryer was on and he jumped. If I put the video up, you'll see it. And so I think it just stressed him. And, you know, poor thing, you know, poor guy, it just stressed him. Okay, I'm gonna give this a little slice. I don't think I'm gonna do the top part just yet because I'm not up there yet, so I don't have to worry about that. Putting the border, I don't feel like turning it around and all that crap. So, or maybe I should be working from the top so you guys can look at the picture. Okay, let's do it. Isn't she pretty? This is one of the light. Is the light causing a glare? Of course it is. I'm going to put some, I think I was going to put release paper, but then you won't be able to see the picture. So that's the dilemma of the creator. You know, you want to be able to see what it is that I am working on. I know better than to pull my washi tape tightly because that doesn't help matters. Okay, let's put that down. So I met my cousins, we went out to dinner, and they wanted to go out for coffee, and I just said to John, no, I want to get back home. I want to see how Foof's doing. And he was okay when we got in. He was okay. I think he's missing his dry food. I don't know that I really agree with this wet food for your dog, for your cat. And I'm still calling this poor thing a dog because I've had dogs for a long time, and I'm still calling him a dog. It's a sin. So I'm going to put, I was like, make a mental note to put your camera off to the side because now I got to glare. Let's see, I want to go this way. Do that big of a block? No, I think I want to go this way. I'm just going to do enough. I don't want to cover the whole. Okay, I want you to be able to see some of it. And we'll only go up to here. Okay. I have my Leopard Leatherworks pen. I have my Firefly. And I have my Elizabeth Ward. I kitted this up a while ago. There are a lot of colors in here. There are, how many colors are in this? Oh, I taped over it. So let me see. Ren usually puts it up top. 80 round. And I love that the little phones are the black. I always start with my white colors, and I always start with the darkest, so that's going to be the black. 310. Yep. It's been a harrowing couple of days with Foofi, and then the event starting, and then the canvases. Are they coming? Are they not coming? And I told Rich and Tammy, I am at your disposal for Sunday. Anything you need, I'm here, because I'm putting the whole day on the side for my co-hosts so that we can meet up and do all the final last minute, you know, things that before the kickoff on Monday. And everybody's so excited. Everybody's so excited, you know. And once you get the ball, that's part of it, you know. It's like the countdown to New Year's Eve. It's like, is it midnight yet? You know? So we're all like really excited, and that's part of it. We're running on adrenaline at this point. Is that coming off? Is it me? Sometimes the glue, I find that the glue dots are a little bit too strong for some of the drills that we, you know, work with. So do I want to do a patchwork here? Just this sound is so calming to me. You know, it's kind of like cracking gum. You know, or cracking your knuckles. It's just so calming to me to do this right now. And I just couldn't wait to get home. And my one friend, I haven't seen him. And he's like, where you going, Grandma? You know, you going home? And I'm like, he's like, why don't you come out for coffee with us? I'm like, are you kidding me? I had a Coke. That's bad enough. I'll be up all night long. I'm like, you don't understand. I'm like in bed. You know, John and I, we got hooked up into these, what do you call it? Happy hours. And, you know, we were out earlier. If you watched, we were on Rittenhouse Square, and we went over to one of our favorite places, Park, and we went and had a drink, cocktail. Sometimes we just want to go somewhere where they make a really good cocktail. And I said to John, like, we're not going out to dinner until like 6:30, and I'm hungry now. And he's like, oh, it's a couple hours away. I'm like, John, it's like close to 4 hours away. You know, I don't want to wait until 4 hours before I eat dinner. And so he's like, all right. I'm like, let me just get some burrata toast. And that's what we had. No, but we took along, we parked away from the park, and then we took a walk to get to the park. And then we walked, we had a nice long walk around the park, and it was just so nice being in the city. And it was, you know, it may have looked crowded to you guys. It's actually dead. It's actually dead. A lot of people are getting in the last rays. of sunshine. As summer winds down, I think the kids are back already. We never went back until after Labor Day, but the schools here in Philly, they tend to go back late August. I'm like, what a drag for the parents. Like, you know, they want to go, they want to get that last, you know, Labor Day. Come on. But I remember going to school with kids where their parents would go on vacation and take them with them, and they'd be out of school for like the week. Oh, sorry, Johnny can't come to school. We're going away. You know, we're doing a family road trip, and they're coming with us. Just so calming. Where am I? All right, I forgot how to place my drills. How about that? I'm so happy that I'm starting this canvas, especially since it's kitted up, and I wanted something small that I could, you know, if I have to take this downstairs with me, I can. You know, one of my members, Gabrielle, she diamond paints in bed. I'm like, how do you diamond paint in bed? I want to do that. The only thing I ever did craft-wise in bed was, okay, I'm getting lost here, was I did some counted cross stitch, and of course I did some crochet. I have to move this little washi. I keep calling it washi tape. I'm not used to using. I feel like, let me see, the black is ending here. So let's just do all the black. I don't feel like taking this off and having black that I didn't finish. There we go. Because I would love to be in my bedroom right now, maybe watching some television. I would love to do that. I was watching, I usually put Pluto on. I got stuck in this Pluto kind of a loop with when I had COVID. I was like, wow, Pluto has some really good movies, and it's a free service. How crazy. And last night I said to John, did you ever see Lucille Ball and Henry Fonda in Yours, Mine, and Ours, where she has 8 children and he has 10? so he's like, no, but it sounds like fun. I fell asleep on it, so I don't know what the heck happened. I know they fell in love. But it was so adorable. It reminded me of, John is like, oh, this is like, what did he say? It was like the Brady Bunch. I'm like, nah, Carol had 3 girls and Mike had 3 boys. This isn't like the Brady Bunch. This is like 18 children. And the kids were all funny. So I might have to get back to that. You know, don't you just love those nights that it's like movie night? You know, I just feel like, you know, getting lost in a movie. Not that there's anything really good. So that's why I'm on Pluto, because, you know, it's the old movies that are good. So look how cute that is, my little patchwork over here. I think it's so cute the way that it's coming along. Made a little arrow. Sometimes I do that when I have a big hunk of color blocking. I start to like create shapes, happy faces and stuff. You can do whatever you want. It's your canvas. But I know that I'm stressed because I'm a multi-placer, and this, I can't even think about multi-placing right now. This is actually calming me down. The cat had me so rattled, and then, you know, just the fact that he was hiding was another thing.
John's like, I think I opened the door to put stuff in the car, and I think he ran away. I'm like, there's no way. This cat is not a cat that wants to run out the door, you know? I'm like, let's look at the Ring doorbell. Let's see, when you went outside, did he follow you? And he didn't. So then we knew for sure he's in the house. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. We just could not find him. You just couldn't find him. I didn't know where he was. And it's nerve-wracking because, you know, I closed everything off, the basement, the bathroom, my bedroom, John's studio, and there wasn't too many places for him to go. I love my little glue dot, but sometimes it's a little bit too strong. So we went out and I just wanted to get back home. And I try not to, when I pick up my drills, no matter what medium I'm using, I try not to, I pick them up very gingerly. I don't press them into the wax or the putty or the glue dot. I just pick them up very lightly. And just coloring in. Just like when you were a kid. Make your little outline. Color in the center. You can work anywhere you want, any pace you want. Ouch, I got an itch. I got bit yesterday, and my cousin was saying, I think he may have been at the game, and he's like, because I came home, I was so eaten up. I'm like, are you allergic too? He's like, yeah. I'm like, we get bit by a little mosquito, you know, something minor, and it looks like we were bit by a wasp. There we go. I'm dying to know what the Book of Awakening is holding for me when I open that book up. I feel like I got to read a week's worth. Of, you know, to get my bearings together. But I'm so excited for Witch Witch. So excited. I can't wait to get my hands on that canvas. And what I like about Ren's canvases is like, they're challenging, yes, but they're relaxing. It's like, this is such a pretty, I already have a frame for this. I picked it up in a thrift store. This is such a pretty portrait of, you know, a woman, and she has a butterfly in her hair, and she's got butterfly wings. It reminds me of my mixed media days, and it's not, is it an easy canvas? Yeah, I think it's it's a relaxing canvas, but it's like you get a lot of bang for your buck from it. That's what I'm trying to say. The drills are nice. Especially the, you know, the enhancement drills are really pretty. Do I have any fairy dust out? Yeah, here's one fairy dust that's out. Oh, they're those chocolate brown ones. Aren't they pretty? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to use this one. What color is this? What number? Oh, this is the star. Oh, it's actually right here. We're going to get to use fairy dust. I'll be putting them on next. I'll have to use my little lily pad that I got from Tracy's DP World. And I'll get my wax. And I will show you how nicely they pick up. you think that you diamond paint faster by single placing or by multi-placing? Sometimes I could just pick up a rhythm with either one, but I don't always pick up a rhythm. I love doing the patchwork though, because I do think that my drills look so much neater. Especially now, like we were talking about this during my live this morning. I did a pop-up live and we were talking about, like, with all the changes in the canvas, like, not, you know, how are you making out with your, well, I find that I can't multi-place with the new tighter canvases. I just can't. The spacing is different, and it has to be. The multi-placers have to be different because the drill space is now different. So did I get all my telephones? So cute, the telephones. I got all my telephones. I can now play with the fairy dust. So let's get this away. This is from Tracy's DP World. And it's wet, so that you can dip your wax in on a damp sponge. Such a smart idea. And you can pick up your drills without them sticking to the wax. Look at these drills. They're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. So dip. Not even really dipping, you're really just tapping so that my wax does not stick to my fairy drills. Oh my God, I get so excited with these drills. I love them so much. Oh, it's so exciting. I've never seen fairy dust drills with such a thick coating on them. And the chocolate brown ones are my favorite. And that little lily pad is so nice because it's not too wet. I actually took my spray bottle and wet this. Let me tell you, not for nothing, you saw me load this. I didn't tamp it off like I usually do with the lid from my wax, because I put, where did I put that? Where did I put the wax at? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, so I glue some extra drills on the top of my container, because when I put my wax in, usually I rub it off on there to get any extra, but you didn't see me do that. I did that for a reason. I wanted to see. I'm not getting any wax on my drills at all. At all. You know, sometimes you get that little halo. Not getting that at all. I probably would use this. I don't use wax that much, but I probably would use this if I was. I hate that halo that you get on your drills. And this morning, one of my members was saying that she used the tip that I gave about using your cell phone to look at your work. And she's like, 2 of my drills didn't look right. And when I looked at them with the camera on my cell phone, it was because there was putty on the drills that she didn't see. How about that? I was like, oh, I'm so happy that you took my tip and you used it. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll zoom in on this. Three. Here's one. Here's one. I'm just going to glide underneath here because there's only 2 more. No more stars. Let me get you down close on that. So you can see those stars are so pretty. All right, let's put you away. I like having this little lily pad for if you have to pick a drill up. I usually have fingertip moisturizer out because, oh, I couldn't bear licking my fingers and picking up a drill. I couldn't. I feel myself getting in the zone. You know, when you, your mind starts to slow down. My mind is slowing down. I could tell because I'm not talking. There's not many videos of me not talking. And when I get like this and I go back, like sometimes I don't even realize it until I go back to edit, and I'm like, oh my God, you didn't talk for 10 minutes. So what were you, did you remember that you were filming? And I'm like, okay, cue the music. Let's put some meditation music on. And you guys love it. You know, it's funny. I am going to give that a little spritz. I'm going to go get my water bottle and give this a little bit of a spritz. And then I'm going to get my book of awakening and see, what does the good book have to tell me? Here we go. Oh, it's so pretty. Who's next? I'm only doing the white symbols. Working my way. Oh, is this part of the butterfly? No. That's the butterfly wing. Okay. Okay, the next one is a diamond. I work the borders. I work whatever is closest to the color that I just put down. That's how I work that. Let's get some juice on this lily pad. I used to just use my spray bottle and spray it right on the plastic. What's going on in the Book of Awakening? Are we reading today? Today is, what is today? This watch tells me everything but what day it is. I've never seen anything like it. I don't see where it, oh, August the 30th. I think I could have figured that out, being that Witch is starting on the 1st on Monday. Wait. Oh, there's 31 days in August? Oh. All right. I think I'm going to read today because today has been a hell of a day. Hell of a day. August 30th. And I'll be curious and be like, well, if I was going to read it tomorrow, Self-Care Sunday, what would it have said? Ugh. Well, August 30th, stepping out of fear. August 31st, in your veins. Oh my God, in your veins. Okay, so August 30th, Stepping Out of Fear by Parker J. Palmer. There's a little quote in the beginning that Mark Nepo always puts. I will always have fears, but I need not be my fears, for I have other places within myself from which to speak and act. Okay, here we go. No feeling takes over our lives more suddenly or more completely than fear. It seems to come up from nowhere, and in a blink or swallow can affect everything. The blind Frenchman Jacques Luzaran describes how fear was the only thing that truly prevented him from seeing. Quote, "Still there were times when the light faded almost to the point of disappearing. It happened every time I was afraid. If instead of letting myself be carried along by confidence and throwing myself into things, I hesitated, calculated, thought about the wall, the half-open door, the key in the lock. If I said to myself that all these things were hostile and about to strike or scratch, then, without exception, I hit or wounded myself. The only easy way to move around the house, the garden, or the beach was not by thinking about it at all or thinking as little as possible. Then I moved between obstacles the way they say bats do. Otherwise, what the loss of my eyes had not accomplished was brought about by fear. It made me blind." End quote. More than anything, fear blinds, and only by stepping without hesitation into the next inch of the unknown can we build confidence in life we are about to live. So there's always an exercise at the end of every reflection. And this one says to sit with 3 small items before you, close your eyes, and center yourself. Small items? Okay, let's just say, here's my little lily pad. Here's a drill. Here's a pen. Don't want to give myself any sharp object. Three small items. Okay. Practice moving through the unknown by reaching without hesitation for each of the items before you. With each breath, pick one up and place it somewhere else nearby. Keep doing this until your reach feels as smooth as your breathing. Well, let's not use the lily pad because it's stuck here. I'll use a plate of wax. Keep doing this until your reach feels as smooth as your breathing. I'm not looking at what I'm moving. Well, I think, as I was reading this, everything comes down to fear. Everything. What did he say here? He was saying something about, if you think of the wall, you're going to hit the wall, that kind of a thing. Okay. Fear was the only thing that truly prevented him from seeing. There were times when the light faded almost to the point of disappearing. It happened every time I was afraid. Of course. How many of us, when you're afraid, everything shrinks and becomes very small and closes in on you, like light fading. It almost becomes like a pinhole. If instead of letting myself be carried along by confidence and throwing myself into things, I hesitated, calculated, thought about the wall, the half-open door, the key in the lock. If I said to myself that all these things were hostile and about to strike or scratch, then without exception, I hit or wounded myself. Well, yeah, that's anything that you focus on. If you focus on the fear, then that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the fear. I think it was kind of too, like, you know, just minutes ago, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm getting in the zone. There's, but do you know, like, I do this when I'm sketching. I will maybe sit down with my sketchbook, and it'll be like, you know, I got my pen in my hand and I'm like not really putting the pen down, and it's like, stop it, stop hesitating, just put the pen down on the paper and start, put a mark on there, do something. Don't get caught up in being perfection. Just do it. Just you know, get it, you know, get something down on the paper. If you think that you're going to make a mistake, you're going to make a mistake, because that's what you're thinking. If you think that what comes out isn't going to be perfect, then it's not going to be perfect. Well, is anything really ever perfect? I'm seeing a little ball of wax, a little bit of wax. So I'm actually going to use this for more than just my AB drills. I don't like that residue being in there. Oh, there's some of the little diamonds here. But I feel like because they're scattered, I'm going to be hunting and pecking for them. So I don't want to do those just yet. I want to stay within my borders. So yeah, everything comes down to fear. Everything. What you don't say comes down to fear. What you don't do comes down to fear. Hesitation, fear. Not being able to make a decision, fear. This is pretty green. Okay. Nada. That's the end of that. I don't know. I think maybe I will work my way outwards with this. I don't know. Let me see. You go here. Then what do we have? I have like one little heart over here. One heart. No more hearts? No more hearts. I feel like I'm playing Go Fish. Got any hearts? We did this. We must have some more. Oh, did I actually put this drill on upside down? How funny. Yep, I did. The one drill. Oh, wait a minute. You're not even a drill. Yes, you are. What am I going batty? Does this say? I don't like the way that drill looks, so let's go back, get another heart drill. And then put this color green. I love this color palette. It has those moody grays that I love. Oh, so pretty. Thinking of fear, and I'm thinking of my little Foofi who went through so much fear this past couple of days, going to the groomer, and I don't know how to make things easier for him. Cat psychology. Now I'm wondering what the next reading is about in your veins. in your veins? What is running in your veins? I'm thinking about that. And maybe I'll go back and read that one too. Oh, there's glue in there. What am I doing? Glue dot. These look like little jellyfish. At least upside down they do. I think I put enough in here. Don't think I put enough drills in here. I missed a few here too. Gosh, such a pretty color. I hope you guys got a chance to see the Curtis Institute, the film that this is going to go up Sunday, so it would be what I did Saturday afternoon. I didn't just walk around Rittenhouse Square. I went inside the Curtis Institute of Music, and oh my God, I was just blown away. I can't, my husband has had the pleasure of being in so many historic buildings through the end of his career. He was in Rittenhouse Square, you know, but he worked all over Philadelphia. He was in every zip code. And he really had the pleasure of being in some wonderful buildings, and you know, being allowed to play music, see rare violins, you know, play in concert halls. You know, I mean, like he played on the piano that's inside the concert hall. Like, you know, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. John has no fear. None. John has no fear. None. He doesn't waste his time on fear at all. He just goes for it. My aunt was like that. They would have got along swimmingly. She was just like, she was another one. She's like, everything to her was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and she just went for it. And John's the same way. He jumps in. So I don't know. I mean, I think I was fearful today, thinking about Foofi and what might be going on. And John was just like, we're going to go home and the cat's going to be fine. Don't worry, the cat's going to be okay. Like, that's John. You know, he doesn't go there unless there's a reason to go there. It's a wonderful thing, because you don't let we're both creative types, and so where my imagination could just go run wild and, you know, cause me anxiety and stress. And, you know, the biggest thing I was worried about, and like even Rich and Tammy were just like, don't worry about the wheel. I'm like, how do you get the people's names on the wheels? I have been stressing over this since I agreed to be a host. And they're like, don't worry about it, it's easy. I'm like, all right, you know, because, you know, when you're having a live, you know, you're having a live, like, there's no, oh, let me go back and edit this. You're having a live. And yeah, I had some fear that, you know, be like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with this girl, you know? doesn't she know how important this is? You know, and she doesn't know what she's doing. Like, I had all that going through my head. That's my self-talk. Yeah. So, and it's like, if you're going to focus on that, it's almost certain that that's the result that you're going to get. So I have to stop focusing on this stuff. I have two very generous and intelligent co-hosts to help me navigate being a host for the first time, and you know, they're willing to help and you know, just be like, we gotcha, you know, and vice versa. So tomorrow's our big meeting, so I will know a lot more tomorrow. A lot more. Oh, I feel like I want to do like a midnight kickoff and have, like, if you're up at midnight Eastern time, break open that diamond painting, because it's a holiday, isn't it? Right? Maybe you guys don't have to go to work. You want to meet up at midnight and we'll diamond paint Witch at midnight. Oh, this is such a pretty color. Oh my god, I love it. I just love it. I just love it. You see how I moved from right to left instead of hunting around for all these other, like, the little diamonds. You know, I made it easier on myself because the diamonds are here, but there was more of this color in there to work with. I don't like that hunting and pecking for diamonds. I like to work the way the artist worked when they painted this canvas. You know, they did a sketch, and that was done with darker colors, and that's what these colors are. These colors that are in white symbols are your darker shades, and they're your chalk lines. Let's put it that way. They're the bones of the canvas. They're the outline. And these drills are just like such a pleasure to work with. You know, it's just so nice putting them down. I'm going to spend some time with my Foofi when I wrap this up. He's had some treats when we came in. He doesn't like to be brushed, or I would like brush him, you know, and be like, come on, mommy, I'll brush you. But he doesn't like that. He's like, get away from me with that thing. But I think sometimes he just likes being near me more than John. And so I'm going to spend some time with him. Is there a drill on there? Yeah. When I get done here, maybe watch the end of my movie with Carol Burnett. Figure out what happened with the kids, the 18 kids. It's a crazy movie. Like, I love seeing like what was popular at the time, and you know, the concept for the movie. Let's make a movie where a widower and a widow meet, and you know, they have a large family. You know, she has 10. Wait, she has 8. He had 10. He had 10. She had 8. I mean, like, what a concept. It's so funny. I think The only thing that I'm waiting for with which is my firefly tray, and I think that that's supposed to come on Tuesday. I'm really excited because I love firefly, as you can see. I love firefly. What are you guys up to for Labor Day weekend? So I just wanted to thank you for spending a little bit of time with me. And this was just what the doctor ordered. I went into a kind of a zone and just let go. Just, you know, felt my way through the next roll and the next roll and the next roll. And it was just what I needed. So I hope that you have a great Sunday fun day and a happy Labor Day. And I will see you on Monday for the kickoff of our witch. I'm looking at the back of my closet over there, that horror of a sticker that I have to get off still. Here, look at that wall instead. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm gonna go get some rest though. I need some rest. Bye.